Before we begin this video, I recommend that you visit google.com and search for dinardata.com. This website is a great resource for the latest updates on Dinar Guru news, all conveniently located on one page. For more information, I encourage you to visit the site.
I believe local banks will send the currency to headquarters. JP Morgan is going to do everything for you. The bank you have an account with is the place where you're going to put your money in. JP Morgan will exchange your dinar for your American dollars and then electronically they will credit your account at Chase. But JP Morgan will be what I call your team. It doesn't have to be your team, you can create your own team. These financial advisors will offer you a lawyer that represents them, not you. You want to be prudent, do not go with just one opinion. Get more than one opinion. Waddaston deposits about 100 billion dinars of non-oil revenues in the Iraqi state treasury. Al-Sudani said article quote the time has come for Iraq to take its natural place in the international community. I think that's going to resonate with every one of us. Get ready. Pay attention. Keep hearing about international standards from the Central Bank of Iraq. We can only hope that this means the country will be joining the international community in the foreseeable future. Sudani went all around the world visiting many countries and their banks inviting them to invest in Iraq. In that time the dinar went international. He showed it to them. That's why there is so much financial structure pouring into Iraq. Economic reform is about to explode even more than it already has. Al-Sudani returns to Baghdad after participating in the UN General Assembly meetings. Militia man, Iraq has done so much work and we all know Al-Sudani was just in New York again at the US Assembly. He also had sideline meetings and had his speech and returned home yesterday. With Sudani back now, why couldn't it happen at any time? To me there is no reason it could not happen at any time. Marx, I agree. He's done the victory tours, he has told the world they are restored and fully international. Time to see the fruit of his labors. I wouldn't be surprised to see my phone blowing up this weekend with the news that it has happened. Iraq is talking about economic confidence, consumption, investment, all of these things. At 1,310. I don't think so. I don't think that's what they're talking about. I really don't think Iraq is going to be the savior of the international financial system or bring any confidence to the world at 1,310. Because they've been at 1,310, 1,180, 1,166, 1,182. 0.1460. But have they done anything about it? Are they internationally on the Forex trading? No. We have heard for the last 5 days all on the news about the deletion of the 3 zeros. That's all they talk to us about. Frank, you say you've been hearing about lifting the 3 zeros in the last 5 days. In all honesty, you have been hearing this for the last 5 months. It's just that it's very concentrated on a daily basis now. My CBI contact told us the committee was planning to begin the rollout of the currency swap out in November. You will not see the US Treasury leave the CBI until this is done and the project to delete the zeros, swap out, is completed. You can see the excitement of what's going on is no longer a secret and it's being advertised and published and talked about and bragged about all over the world from New York, the United States Treasury, all the way back to Iraq. The whole Middle East is on pins and needles. They all know? They're excited and they know it's going to affect them as well too. An Iraqi MP expressed his anger on Saturday over what he described as Arab slavery at the United Nations, while complaining about Iraq's compliance with all UN resolutions without any objection or request for compensation for its occupation. MP Bassem Carson said in 2 separate blog posts that the Mail reviewed according to the reality of the United Nations, the world is divided into masters and slaves, and all Arabs without exception are in the category of slaves. The difference between us is that some of us are servants in the homes of the masters, satisfied with what falls from their tables, and the rest of us are slaves in the fields. It is a shame for all Arabs to remain in the United Nations. Carson added, "We Iraqis are friends, we implement all the UN resolutions politely, we paid all the exaggerated compensations without complaining about them, we do not ask for compensation for our occupation in violation of international law, and we are satisfied if what was applied to us is not applied to the occupying entity." Carson concluded his post with a sarcastic phrase, "Iraq of the beloved." The head of the National Coalition, former Iraqi Prime Minister Eoud Alawi, warned on Saturday of the disintegration of the legal system of the Iraqi state, and the destabilization of social values in the event of proceeding with amending the personal status law. Alawi said in a statement today, "Tahrir Square witnessed a peaceful protest yesterday, in which we expressed our absolute rejection of attempts to amend the personal status law, stressing that these amendments constitute a direct threat to the rights of women and children in Iraq."